everyone, welcome to this week's video, how to have the happiest best life every day. That's what it's called. But before we go into that, I just want to remind you about this week's group online meeting, which is Sunday the 14th of September at 7 p.m. UK time. To join that, you just need to go to our webpage, our website even, at newutoday.com, and in the events section at the top, if you scroll down, you'll see all the information you'll need. And also a reminder of, if you've not been on this channel before, Mark has a new book out called Remembering the Infinite, and that's available on Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description to that. And also, before we go any further, just to remind you that we do one-to-one coaching sessions, and all that info again is on our website, and we'll put the links in the description. Phew. Oh yeah, and remember to subscribe to this channel as well. These are the things I usually forget, but I've remembered today. Right, so how to have the best life every day. And it's so easy. Now, you'll be grateful to know and relieved to know there isn't anything to do. There's nothing to do. There's no 10 steps you have to take. You don't have to repeat affirmations every day. It's far, far more simpler than that. You just be that version. You just tell that story every day, because you're telling a story every day of what your life is, that what you're repeating to yourself. Be aware of what you're saying. What you're seeing out there mirrored back to you, that's what you're kind of making up, that story. So all you have to do is just change the story, is say a different story. You want your life to be happier every day. Start telling that story. And then you'll see your life change. There's nothing to do here. It's not like movement doesn't take place. Movement will take place, but it'll be effortless. You say, I want to have a successful life, and I want to do this, this and that in this kind of job. Well, just go to the end and start being that now. What does that person look like? What does that person think? Because that person is you. So start listening and being aware of what thoughts, what story you're telling yourself. And it's not, how can I get from here to there? The how is taken care of. When you start telling that new story, you'll just be being that person. There'll be a movement, as I say, but you won't have to struggle and strive and do like purpose steps. It will all take care of itself with the new story. And if you say, we spoke about this before, about telling a new story, listen to what story you're saying now. If you're saying life's difficult, it's hard, it's a struggle, well, that's a story. And now you're getting the evidence for that. I assure you, with that story, you will be. And then if you say, well, it's too hard to get to a lovely story from here, but it's not hard at all, because the story doesn't come to you, it comes from you. So it's so simple.
And the story came first.
Yeah, the story, no matter what that is, good, bad or indifferent, it comes first, and it comes from you. It never comes to you. You get the evidence of the story you're telling out there, but it starts from you. It starts with you. So you've been telling a certain story all your life, and it's swapped and changed all your life. So to have the best life every day is to tell the best story every day. Start your day with, today's going to be fantastic. Now, you don't need to go, how will that happen? Because that's kind of being telling enough a story, which is really saying that's not going to happen. But start the day saying, you know what, everything's just going to go smoothly. I don't know how, but I know it will.
It's listening to that inner conversation that you're having all day long.
Yeah.
What inner conversation are you predominantly having? Where do you keep going back to? Because it's all right saying, oh, I'll say this, and then the conversation turns back to, yeah, but everything's rubbish. Well, isn't it lovely? But no, it's really not. It's not what you really say out, the words that you say out, because people say lots of things out, and then inside they're thinking something completely different.
Horror story.
Yeah. So it's like you've got this genie that's your inner self, your inner being, or whatever you want to call it, called impersonal awareness, and it's listening to everything that you're saying, this inner you, and then it gives you back, it shows you exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it doesn't,
what you believe.
So this infinite, eternal, effortless being which is an impersonal. It doesn't personalise anything. It doesn't say this is good and this is bad.
Yeah. Oh.
That's the mind that says that. Your personal mind says, oh, this is good, this is bad. Judges it. But impersonal awareness just shows you whatever you're focused on. So, and when you focus, so basically, if you're having this inner conversation you're talking about all day long, that's what you're focusing on. So be careful of what you're talking about all day long, because what you're talking about all day long, that's what you're going to be seeing. And then that's why you see it. That's why you talk about it. You talk about it because you see it. But people think, oh, the outside came first. But it didn't. It's what you've been thinking about and talking about all day long, predominantly, where you go back to.
Which is a story.
Which is a story. Where you go back to, where you rest. So where you're resting, are you resting that everything's perfect and everything's going wonderful? Or are you really resting on saying, hey, everything's wonderful, everything's perfect, but it's not really.
Yeah. So where are you living? We don't mean out there. Where are you living from within? What's that space look like? Does it feel lovely and nice and free and enjoyable and blissful? Because if not, most people are blaming out there, saying, well, yeah, that's not right out there. That's not right. He's not right. She's not right. But it's never any of that. It's all the story you're telling about that it's rubbish life. You don't have to alter anything out there. All you have to do is start telling a different story and stick with that new, better story.
And also, when you're telling a story that isn't that good, you feel rubbish. And that's the evidence that it's not the truth.
Yeah.
Because if you feel rubbish, it's because it's not the truth. It's taken away from the truth. The truth is that you're always perfect, you're always whole, you're already unified with everything. Everything's perfect, apart from the story that you're telling it's not. And that's why it makes you feel awful. When you're thinking something awful, it's because it's not the truth. And you get the evidence by feeling awful.
So there's no trying or struggling to get a better life. That's just what we're programmed to think. You work hard, you struggle and strive, and then you might get a few days where it's lovely and nice, but that's made up. It's someone else's story, and you don't have to believe it.
If you truly believe that everything's going perfect for you, you have a wonderful life, you're at peace, and you truly believe that, you would see it all the time.
Guaranteed, 100%. And if you say, well, I'm not, well, what story are you telling you? Because you're not telling that story. I guarantee that. You'll be telling that it's hard and I can't do it and it's all rubbish, this.
Because you're assuming it's not, and then you get the evidence for it's not. So, but if you truly believe that, your world, everything's working out perfectly. It's like when they say let go, let God.
Yeah.
It's like when you let go, you're already in the flow. Everything's working out for you because that's the way it's meant to be. This infinite intelligence it is the best for you. Everything's perfect unless you say it's not. Yeah. But when you're struggling upstream, that's why when people start trying to go upstream and fight with it, and then when they give up and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore, and let go, the stream takes you.
But it's not like giving up and saying, what the hell, it's more of a surrendering.
It's not giving up saying, I've had enough, this is it, I can't do it.
No.
It's not that giving up. It's letting go and knowing that everything will work out perfectly if you allow it to. Because it already has.
And it's just going with that flow, surrender into that flow and know that higher part of you, it's not something outside of you, it is you, but like a kind of, there is no words to describe it, so effortless being is one word of labelling what you really are, has already got the flow going, and all you have to do is go with it, and you just know what to do in every moment of it. But what a lot of us have tended to do is look out there, say that all that's making my life a misery, and you've turned and tried to scramble a different route up the stream. So the higher part of you has got it wrong, and you, the lower part, knows it, which is really the mind program.
And the inner conversation is basically what you focus on. So I can see a tree out there, and I'm looking at that tree. The more I look at that tree, the more I notice about that tree, the more I notice different colours in it. I notice that some of the trees are falling off. I notice it's swaying in the wind. And I'm focused on that tree. And if I take my attention off that and focus on everything else, I see more of everything else. So your inner mind is whatever you focus on, you see more of. So where is your conversation? Your conversation is what you're talking about. Where are you putting your focus on? If you focus on lovely and nice, you'll see more lovely and nice. Trust me. Just don't trust me.
Just test it yourself.
Test it. Do it. If you focus on all the wonderful things in the world and how grateful you are
in
for
your
them,
world within.
not
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what we say. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. It all comes from you. If you put your attention and put your focus more on, your awareness more on all the things that are wonderful in your life, you'll see more of it. Because the more you focus on, the more you see.
And it's your story to make it anything you want. Don't listen to other people. Don't even tell them what your new story is.
Don't listen to us.
Yeah, don't even tell anyone what your new story is. Just stay fixed in it, and you will. It will unfold, but it unfolds from you.
Unfolds.
It unfolds from you. It never comes. It never starts out there. It comes from you. Everything, the good, the bad, the indifferent, comes from you.
A bit like an insight. People say an insight. Well, what's an insight? It's a sight from within. It's something that you've already known. It's like you've expanded out and you've seen more of what is truly you. It all comes from within. It doesn't come. Nothing comes to you. It comes from you because you're everything. So, and like the universe is expanding all the time. Well, the universe to expand needs a space to expand in. So when you see an insight and all of a sudden your mind's expanded out to that, it's because it makes more room to expand out too. Because everything's already here right now. Everything's finished right now. Everything exists right now. And it's what you put your focus on, awareness on, you'll see more of. And then you've expanded out, and then the universe, or you, expands more. Because you're infinite, eternal. So there's no stopping you.
You are that power.
There's no stopping awareness. Awareness can go anywhere. You can imagine anything right now. You can't. There isn't a place where imagination stops. There isn't a place where it starts. There isn't a place where there's a boundary where your awareness suddenly stops. So I can't become more aware of it. It stops there. Try and find that where it stops, because you can't. It's impossible. So you're in. That just shows you that you're an infinite. There's just no stopping you.
Yeah. So if you want to talk more like this, join us on our Sunday group meeting, because we do mini one-to-ones with people that think they're struggling, and we do point directly to this, what you are.
But to be fair, I think most people that are coming on the group now that have been listening to us, and I think they're seeing it. Well,
oh yeah, I don't think I know.
I know, because we're getting feedback.
Mostly they're sitting there in bliss.
Yes.
And that's always there for us to do, to sit in the bliss. That bliss is there and it's available to you right now. Right now.
This works. It's not rubbish. It's you are the power, and what you say is, so what are you saying? What you're assuming to be true, you'll get the evidence for.
Yeah, it doesn't come from us. It comes from you.
All we're trying to do is point you to yourself.
To your own power. That's it. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and hope to see you on Sunday.
Yes, yeah. Thank you.